classes. Uh, Event. I was talking about the event classes. One second, I'll just start the slideshow. So I was talking about this event classes, right? So we studied about the event classes like we had. See, we have so many event classes in Java. So we had studied about action event, adjustment event, component event, container event, and focus event. So we had studied 5 classes. So today in this session, we'll study about the remaining. We will study about what do you mean by input event class, what is the method that is supported by these classes, and what constants are there. And after that, item event, key event, mouse event, all these things. So the remaining events will study that. After this, we have the interfaces also. We have the interfaces also. So that also we'll look into that. So here, um, see, first what we will do means we'll study all these classes, we'll study all these events. Then we'll write, I'll write 2 programs, which is based on, um, one is based on the mouse input and the other one is based on the mouse input and the other one is based on the um, keyboard thing. And also after that we'll talk about the programs related to the inner classes or anonymous inner class in Java. So first we have completed the first 5 events. Now I'll talk about this input event. So we'll talk about this input event class. So what is this input event means? So this is the super class. So this input event class is the super event. It is a super class for the component input events. So here, this input event class, it is a subclass of component event. So this input event class is a subcomponent. It is a subclass of component event class, and it will act as a super class for component input events. So it has 2 subclasses. So this input event is having 2 subclasses. One subclass is the key event. So one subclass of this input event class is key event class, which looks after the keyboard inputs, and the other one is mouse event. Mouse event. So these are the two subclasses. These are the 2 subclasses of this input event class. So what do you mean by this input event class means? So this input event class is a subclass of component event class, and this input event class is a super class for component input events. So it has 2 subclasses. One is the key event class and the other one is the mouse event class. So this input key event class, it will define integer. It has several integer constants like the control key pressed, or the modifiers like meta underscore mask, shift underscore mask, which are associated with the events. So input event class has 8 constants. So this class is having 8 constants. So one is alt underscore mask, alt underscore mask, meta underscore mask, shift underscore mask, shift underscore mask, then control underscore mask. So it has 8 constants like this. Button 1 underscore mask, button 2 underscore mask, button 3 underscore mask, and alt underscore graph underscore mask. So we have 8 constants which are representing the modifiers for this input event class. And also in addition to this, and also extra modifiers were also being uh, added. The extra modifiers like the extra modifiers can be like uh, button 1 underscore down underscore class, um, meta underscore down underscore mask class, shift underscore down underscore mask. See all this constant extra. See, we had 8 constants. Initially we had this 8 constants. So in addition to this 8 constants, further constants were added. Those constants were alt underscore down underscore mask, button 1 underscore down underscore mask, button 2 underscore down underscore mask. So like that. So instead of this mask, it was replaced with down underscore mask. So they were the extra modifiers that were being added to this. So if you want to check whether if you want to check if certain button was pressed when the event was generated means, you can use the functions. You can use the functions like is alt down. So 1 second, I'll write it here. Is Alt down. So this will check whether you had pressed one button, whether you had pressed one key or not at the time of event generation, or even you can write it as is control down, is control down, is shift down. So why I'm writing this method means why I'm writing this method means to test if a button, if a key was pressed at the time, at the time when the event got generated. So for this we can use these functions: is alt down, is control down, is shift down, like this. And also you can obtain the values. You can obtain the values for all this modifier flags by calling the get modifier methods. You can call the get modified methods to get this constants. Um, if you want to obtain the extra modifiers, like that is alt underscore down underscore mask, meta underscore down underscore mask, you can call get modifiers x method. So if you want to call this constant, if you want to get this constant means you can call this function. You can use this function get underscore modifiers underscore x. So if you want to get the details of the additional constants that were being used, you can call this function. So this is for get modifiers is for the norm. The get modifiers is used for getting this constants: alt underscore mask, meta underscore mask, shift underscore mask, control underscore mask. So uh, if I want to get the details of alt underscore down underscore mask, meta underscore down underscore mask. So meta underscore down underscore mask, shift underscore down underscore mask, control underscore down underscore mask. I can use this function. So we can obtain the extended modifiers by calling get modifiers x function. You can obtain the original modifier flags by calling get modifier function. So this is with respect to the input event class. So we have item event class. So item event class will be generated when the checkbox or a list item is selected, that is it is clicked, or when a checkbox when a checkable menu item is selected or deselected. So here here it is based, this event class is based on selection. So here we have two modifiers. One is the one is the selected modifier, and the other one is deselected modifier. So we have selected and deselected modifier. So this input, this item event will be generated when the checkbox or the list item is clicked, or when a checkable menu item is selected or deselected. So uh, we have two modifiers. One is a selected modifier and the second one is a deselected modifier. What do you mean by the selected modifier? Means it's an integer constant. It's an integer constant where the user has selected the item. So selected means it's an integer constant where the user has selected the item. Deselected means the user has deselected an item. So in addition to this, we have one more constant, item underscore state underscore changed. So we have one more constant, item underscore state underscore changed. So this will give us the change of this will give us the notification about the change of state when the state gets changed. So whenever there is a change in state, whenever there is a change in state, so this item underscore state underscore changed constant will let us know. So this integer constant item underscore state underscore changed. So this will notify that a state has been changed. So what constructors are there here? So this item event. So this item event. No. So item event. So the first one will be the reference only. The first one will be source only. So item that can be selectable. The first one will be source of this is a reference which contains the source of the event that will be generated. Then the second one will be type. It will give us the type of the event being generated. Then after that we have object with parameter called entry and state, an integer called state. So what does this means? See, source means it's a reference. It's a reference to the component which has generated this event. So here source is the reference to the component which has generated the event. Type means the type of the event that is specified is given by this type parameter. Um, so the item which has the item that has generated the event will be passed in this parameter called entry. And what is the current status of the item? Whether the current status of the item will be stored in state. So like this. So source means source will give us the reference to the component which has generated this event. Type will give you the type of the event. Then entry means the specific item that generated the event item is passed inside this entry parameter, and state will give you the current state of that item. The state will give you the current state of that item. And also you can obtain the method. You can obtain the method which generated an event by calling the get item. You can obtain you can obtain so you can obtain the details of the item. You can obtain the details of the item which has generated this event by using this function called get item. So get item function will give you the details of the item. It will give you the um, reference to the item that has generated the event. And also we have one function called get item selectable. So get item selectable. So get item selectable method can be used for obtaining a reference to the item selectable object. I'm sorry, see, get item selectable. Get item selectable is used for obtaining a reference to the item selectable object which has generated the event. So, what are the examples of this item selectable? Means list and choice will come as an example under this item selectable. And also, if you want to know about the state change, then you can use this function called get state change. So get state change method will give you the details, or it will return the state change for that particular event. So we have item event constructor which is taking 4 parameters. Then if you want to know the reference to the object which has generated the, or if you want to know the details about the item which has generated the event, means you can use the get item function. So get item selectable means it will give you a reference to the item selectable object which has generated the event. And also if you want to know about the state change information, you can call the get state change function. So the get state change function will give you the details, or it will return the state change for that particular event. So these are the some of the methods that are associated with the item event class. And we have one constructor which is taking 4 parameters. So the next one is key event class. So key event class means this is related to the keyboard. So key event class is related to the keyboard. So here we will study about the parameters like key pressed, key released, key typed. So we have 3 constants. So key event will be generated when the keyboard input occurs. So what we can do in the keyboard, either we can press the key, or we can release the key, or we can type the key. So this key event will be generated when the keyboard input occurs. So we have 3 types of keyboard events which are identified by the integer constants. So these constants are, what are the constants? Key underscore typed. So whenever I'm typing the key, second one is key underscore pressed, key underscore released. So these are the 3 integer constants which are associated with this key event class. So one is the key pressed, one is the key released, and other one is key typed. So 3 constants are there. So this key pressed and key released. So when it will be generated means when you are pressing a key, if you press a key, the key pressed event will be generated. When you release that key, the key released event will be generated. So, and the key typed event will be generated. The key typed event will be generated whenever a character is generated. So when the character gets generated, this key typed event will be occur, or this key typed event will occur. Hmm. So for example, if you press a shift, if you are pressing the shift button, so it doesn't generate any character. So in that situation, this key typed event will not occur. So this key typed event will occur only when you are generating a character. Otherwise, this event will not occur. So for this also, so for this we have some constants. We have some constants that are defined by this key event. So those constants are like we have constants from vk underscore 0 to vk underscore 9 and vk underscore a to vk underscore z. So we have constants. So we have integer constants that are defined by key event classes. Um, so what this vk0 to vk9 and vka to vkz denote means they will define the ASCII equivalent of numbers as well as the letters. So vk0 to 9, vk0 to vk underscore 9. So vk underscore 0, vk underscore 0 and vk underscore 9. So the range between these defines the ASCII equivalent of numbers. Vk underscore a to vk underscore z, they will give you the ASCII equivalent of letters. So and also in addition to this we also have some uh, codes like constants like vk underscore alt for alt button, vk underscore down, vk underscore up, vk underscore left, vk underscore right. Then halt is there, no? Then also we can use vk underscore page underscore up, page down, page up, page down. Then like this we have constants. Like this we have up, down, left, right, shift, and also we have vk underscore shift, vk underscore shift. These also some constants are there. So what do you mean by this vk? Means the vk constant will give you the virtual key codes. This vk constants will give you the virtual key codes, and they are independent of keys like shift, control, and alt. So this key event, it is a subclass. This key event is a subclass of input class. This key event is a subclass. This key event is a subclass of this key event is a this key event is a subclass of uh, input class, and it has a constructor. It has a constructor which is given by key event. The first one will be the source, which is the source of the component or the reference to the source component which is generating the event. The second one will be the type of the event that is being generated, and when means when that event got generated, and modifiers. So this can be this key pressed, key typed, key released, like that, and two more parameters: integer code, character, ch, integer code and character ch. So here src means it is the reference to the component which has generated the event. The type of the event uh, is given by the type parameter. The time at which the key was pressed, the key was released, is is given by this when parameter. After that, um, this modifier will tell us which modifier was pressed. This modifier parameter will give us that which modifier was pressed when this event got occurred. And also this code will be like it contains the virtual key codes. It can be like vk underscore a, vk underscore 0, vk underscore z. So this code contains the virtual key code which will be passed. And what is this character ch means? The character equivalent will be passed in this parameter called ch. So if we have the character equivalent, we'll pass the character equivalent. If we don't have any character equivalent means we will pass character underscore undefined. If we have character equivalent means we will pass that character equivalent. Here we'll pass that character equivalent here. If we don't have any valid characters means we will pass character underscore undefined. So if we have character equivalent, we will pass the character equivalent value inside this parameter. If we don't have any valid characters means, then that means we no valid character exists means, then we will pass character underscore undefined. So what code will for key typing, for when type for the key typed events, for the key type events, for key underscore typed events, this the code will be like vk underscore undefined. The code will contain undefined. The code will contain undefined. So these are some of the constants which are related to this key event. And also we have some functions. We have some functions which are used by this key event. So one such function will be uh, get key code. So we have this get key code function, uh, which will give you the key code. So if you want to know what is the key code, so you can use this get key code function, uh, which will return the key code. So if you want to know which character was entered by the user, so you want to know which letter did the user enter. So for that you can use get key character. You can use this get key character for knowing this. So we have get key code function and get key character function. So get key code means it will return the key code. It will give you the key code. Get get key character means it will entered. So we have these functions. We have these functions for that. So if the user has not given any character, if the user has not given any character means, then this function will return character underscore undefined. So if user has not given any valid character means, this will return underscore undefined. So whenever this key typed event occurs, whenever this key typed event occurs, whenever a key typed event occurs, this get key code, this get key code will return underscore undefined. So these are some of the points. These are some of the points which are related to the key event class. So similarly, we have mouse event class. So mouse event class, when it will be generated means when the input is given with the help of mouse. So when the input is given with the help of a mouse, like moving the mouse, dragging the mouse, uh, pressing the mouse button, releasing the mouse button, or moving the mouse wheel, in that situations, in all those situations, in all those conditions, we will come up with the mouse event class or the mouse event generation. So the mouse event will get generated whenever the input is given with the help of mouse. So we have constants. So in the keyboard means we can press the key, we can release the key, we can type the key. So what events, like what input can we give from the mouse means, one thing is you can click the mouse. So one is we have some constants. One constant is mouse underscore pressed. So mouse underscore pressed, no. Uh, so the mouse underscore pressed, so we have one event. So we are where you are pressing the mouse button, where you are pressing the mouse button, simply you will just press the mouse button and you will release that. So that is uh, mouse underscore click. So the user has clicked the mouse. So when the user clicked the mouse, so we will get this event mouse underscore clicked. Uh, when the user presses the mouse, so we'll get this mouse underscore pressed. We have mouse underscore pressed, we have mouse underscore clicked, and mouse underscore released. The user has released the mouse. So mouse underscore released. So mouse underscore rel released. Okay. So in addition to this, the mouse enters inside a component. The mouse will go inside a component. At that time, mouse underscore entered. So the mouse went inside a component or entered a component. That time mouse underscore entered, and the mouse came out from that component. So in that situation, mouse underscore exited. Mouse pressed, mouse clicked, mouse released, and mouse entered, mouse exited. So mouse went inside the component, mouse underscore entered. mouse came out of that component, mouse underscore exited. And if you're moving the wheel, you're moving the mouse wheel, so mouse underscore wheel event got generated. So this constant, so we have 1 2 3 4 5 6, um, 6, and seventh one is mouse underscore dragged. So mouse underscore clicked, dragged, okay, and mouse underscore moved. So we have eight constants. So we have eight constants here. Mouse underscore pressed, mouse underscore clicked, mouse underscore released, mouse underscore entered, mouse underscore exited, mouse underscore wheel, mouse underscore dragged, mouse underscore moved. So when you are moving the mouse underscore pressed will be used. When you are releasing the mouse underscore released will be used. When you are clicking the mouse underscore clicked will be used. And when the mouse goes inside the component, mouse underscore entered. When it comes out of the component, mouse underscore exited. When you're moving the mouse wheel, so mouse underscore wheel. And we have mouse underscore dragged, and we have mouse underscore moved. So mouse underscore dragged means the user is dragging the mouse. The user is dragging the mouse. So all these constants. So these are the constants which are used for identifying the various events. So here we have one constructor for this mouse event. So mouse event. The first one is component. So first one is component. This will be src. Second one will be integer type. The third one will be when the event got occurred. So long when. And after that, which modifier? So integer modifier. After that, the position given by x, y on the screen. Then integer clicks, and uh, boolean trigger pop-up. So so we have here src. Here src refers to the component which has generated the event. The type of the event is given by the type parameter. So here src refers to the component which has generated the event. Type will give you the type of the event that has been occurred, and the time at which the event got occurred is given by the when will give you the time at which the mouse event occurred. So the modifier will tell you that which modifiers were pressed when the mouse event occurred. So which modifier was pressed when the mouse event got occurred. This x and y will give you the locations. The x and y will give you the coordinate positions of the screen, or the coordinate position of the mouse, the coordinate positions of the mouse in terms of x. And this click will consider the click count. So this click will uh, contain the click count, and also that this trigger pop-up tells, it indicates that if whether a pop-up menu will appear on this platform. This trigger pop-up flag will tell us that if this event will cause to create a pop-up menu to appear on the platform. So like this. So we have 8 parameters. src will give you the reference to the component which has generated the event. The type of the event is specified by the type. The time at which the event got occurred when the mouse was pressed is given by the when thing. And the modifier indicates the which modifier was pressed when the mouse event got occurred. The coordinate positions of the mouse is given in terms of x and y. The click will give you the number of clicks, the click count, which will be inside this clicks parameter. And this trigger pop-up will tell that if the event causes a pop-up menu to appear on the platform. So we have two methods for this. The mouse supports two methods: get x and get y. So get x will give you the position of x, and get y will give you the position of y, that is x and y coordinates of the mouse component when the event got occurred. So when the event got occurred, this get x and get y function can be used to get the x and y coordinate of the mouse. So also we have this we also have one get point method. We also have one get point method, so which will give you the coordinate position, which will give you the coordinate position of the mouse. And also we have translate point. We have translate point function which will give you the um, changes. So the changed location, it will change the location of the event. This translate point method will change the location of the event. And we can get the number of clicks. We can get the number of clicks by using get click count. So the click get click count, the get click count will give us the number of times the mouse was clicked, the number of times the mouse was clicked for this event. And also we have one more function, is pop-up, is pop-up trigger, is pop-up trigger. So is pop-up trigger. So what this pop-up trigger function will do means it will tell whether this event causes a pop-up menu to appear on the platform or not. So these are the functions which are available with respect to the mouse event. In addition to that, we also have one function called get button function. So get button function is there. So this will give us the button which is responsible for causing the event. So this can be like, it can have four constant. One can be button button 1, button 2, or button 3, button 1, button 2, button 3, or no button. So if none of the button is responsible for that event, so you can pass no button. So what this get button will give means it will return a value which will represent the button that has caused the event. So the return value will be one of these constants, like it can be like button 1, button 2, or button 3. So the no button indicates when the event got occurred, no button was pressed or no button was released. So so these are the um, functions which are there for this mouse event class. So in addition to this, from version 6, from version Java SE6 onwards, we three more methods were added. So one is get location on screen. We had one function, get location on screen, get value of x on screen, get x on screen, get y on screen. So these three functions were added. From version 6 onwards. So which will get you the x and y positions, or x and y coordinates. So this is with respect to. So this is with respect to the mouse event. So this is with respect to the mouse event. So in addition to this, we have one more. Class which is which is which is the mouse wheel event class. So we have one more class called mouse wheel event class. So uh, so this class will like it is a, this class is a subclass. So this class is a subclass of mouse event class. So if a mouse has a wheel, so it will be located between the left and right button, and this mouse wheel will be used for scrolling. So here this mouse wheel constant as, so if mouse is having a wheel means, so that will be available between the left and the right buttons, and this will be used for scrolling. So it has two constants. One is uh, wheel underscore block underscore scroll. So here what will happen means, here the scrolling will happen with respect to based on the way in which you are scrolling, like by dragging the slider and all. So like that the scrolling will appear. But you know that if it is a scroll bar means, here you will have some, and at the end of the scroll bar some triangle like thing will be there. So one is wheel underscore scrolling, wheel underscore unit underscore scroll. So you can, if it is a scroll bar means, you can you can hold this scroll bar and you can scroll it down. So that is done by wheel underscore block under. So when that event is done, this constant can be used, wheel underscore block underscore scroll. Or if you want to scroll one unit at a time, that is by clicking on this edges. By clicking on the edges, in that situation, wheel underscore unit underscore scroll will be used. So wheel underscore unit underscore scroll means a line up or line down scroll event occurred. So if it is wheel underscore block underscore scroll means a page up or page down scroll event occurred. So um, here this wheel here this mouse wheel event consists of this mouse wheel event will consist of uh, events like it will consist of functions like get wheel rotation. We have get wheel rotation, so which will give us the number of times, the number of rotational units, number of rotational units, and also we can know about the type of the scroll by using the get scroll type. So in that it will be the output will be like if I'm using this scroll get scroll type, the output will be either the wheel underscore block scroll or wheel underscore unit underscore scroll. So this it will return any one of the parameters. So these are some of the functions which are there. So one function is get wheel rotation. So get wheel rotation will give you the number of rotational units. It will give you the number of rotational units. Um, if the rotational units, if the rotational unit is positive, so the wheel has moved counterclockwise. If the value is negative, means it has moved. The wheel has moved clockwise direction. And if you want to know about the type of the scroll, you can use the get scroll type function to know about the scroll of the type. It will return two values. So it will return either wheel underscore block underscore scroll or wheel underscore unit underscore scroll. So this is with respect to the get scroll type. And you can also obtain the number of units to scroll. So if you are using this method, if you are using wheel underscore, if the scroll type is wheel underscore unit underscore scroll, we can get the number of units to scroll by using a function called get scroll amount. By using the get scroll amount, we can by using the get scroll amount. So by using the get scroll amount, so we can obtain the number of units to scroll. So so this is with respect to this function. And we have one constructor. So this constructor is taking around 11 parameters. So till trigger pop-up menu, it is same. After that, we have to pass three more parameter. One is the amount parameter, other one is the count parameter, and the scroll how. So all these things we'll just see in the coming classes. Um, so we completed till this part. So we have some more events. So in this also, I will talk about the constructor. So after that, in the coming sessions, we'll look into what do you mean by text event, Windows event. Once event classes is done, then we will look into event interfaces. So we have some interfaces to check into that. So we'll study about that in the coming sessions. So as of now, I'll stop the class. So the remaining we'll see in the coming sessions.